We like to track trends here of baseball, going through the game, looking at it from a historical perspective. And this is interesting now. According to Jeff Passan of Yahoo Sports, Major League Baseball could make a decision to alter the strike zone due to the decline in scoring. Tom, you write a ton about this. We study it on this show. Is the strike zone the answer to making a tweak and getting a little more run scoring?
Everything is in play, okay? I mean, we can't rule anything out because everything in the game in the last 5 years has been on the run prevention side, talking about shifts, talking about analytics, and the strike zone is a part of that. Now, I don't think it's as easily done as a lot of people say. First of all, you do need the union to sign off on this as well to literally change the definition of the strike zone. But I think it has gotten lower, and I think that's a function of the game today, the slider, cutter, two-seamer combination, everything hard and low and moving. And the umpires see the ball down, 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 and now all of a sudden it's become more down the way it used to be more outside during those Glavine Maddox years where they stretched the plate horizontally. Now it's gone down a little bit. But here's the interesting thing, Brian. The last 5 years, the percentage of strikes looking has actually gone down. What's gone up every year is the contact rate, missing the ball, on balls out of the strike zone. To me, that's a function of what pitchers are doing with velocity and movement. I think it's harder to hit in today's day than ever before in the history of the game. And it's not just on the umpires, it's because pitching is so darn good.
No, true. Right. So there's a number of factors. Dave Valley caught in the big leagues for 13 years, right? Yes, so now you are an expert on the strike zone. What have you seen in the evolution of the strike zone? Even when you're watching games now, I know you also managed in the minor leagues. So what have you seen in the strike zone over the last few years in the majors?
I think Tom hit on it. That strike zone is going down. So as a catcher, I always am looking for my pitcher to go down. Unless maybe I want that strikeout, I'm going to have him throw it right across the top of the strike zone. But when you start looking at the numbers and you start seeing that the batting averages of pitches down in the zone are about 230, there's no wonder why runs are at a premium at this point in time. But as those pitchers are starting to throw those strikes, guys' approach is so important to me. You know, the way guys approach when they have two strikes. I saw it in the minor leagues this past season. Guys don't care if they strike out anymore. They don't go, get two strikes and they start battling up there. They're still swinging as if it's a 3-1 count.
The full risk, looking for a bigger reward.
Yes.
Right. That's part of it as well. I mean, the ball's just not in play as much. If you're watching this over the last few years, you want I like the battle between the pitcher and the catcher, but I want the ball in the play a little bit more.
Yeah, I just don't think more scoring is going to make people watch. I think you have to pick up the pace of the game. You get a 3-hour and 15-minute game, cut it to like 2:35, 2:30. I think more people will watch. I don't think all of a sudden people start seeing a box score at 7-6 and go, I'm going to start tuning in now because they're scoring more runs.
That's a good point. I think people keep saying that, or different people writing that. I think it's an excellent point. Now, a good low run scoring game is excellent. I have to ask one other thing, though. How much, Tom, has it been just the oversight of the umpires? Meaning, I know we've spoken to Joe Torre. He's come here and spoken to us about how umpires are held, accountable for what they called during the game. Quest Tech started it. Now we can see exactly where this is. And you can see the new strike zone on hardball times. It's an excellent piece that's out there now. How much of that is the regimentation of the umps going, okay, you're telling me I got to keep calling this? I guess I have to call it.
A lot of it. We do measure the strike zone better than ever before. This is military-grade technology where we can judge the path of the ball over the plate. And from what I understand, the umpires are judged after each game. They get a DVD with basically a report card on their calls on the strike zone. They're given basically a ball's width around all the quadrants of the strike zone. So if that ball is just below the knee, but a ball below the knee, and they call it a strike, that goes down as a positive call. That's a strike. So, again, with all the pitches that are down at the bottom of the zone, I think they're going to miss, quote-unquote, more often low on the strike zone, and that's what's happened.
It seems to me that this is the best way to do it. Make a tweak. You want a little more run scoring. It's not alarming. It's not 1968, but it's like what, 1976, right around there. It's a little low.
It's back to 76, but the games are taking 37 minutes longer than they did in 76. Right. That's the issue. It's not length of game. It's not pace of game. It's pace of action.
Right. No, I agree with you. Well put. Now, all the things you want to do: lower the mound, bring the mound back past 60 feet 6 inches. That to me is like, whoa, this is drastic. Now, whereas strike zone, you can make a tweak, right? You can liven the ball. You can start through the zone. Doesn't this make sense?
I think when you talk about pace of play, it's eliminating the unnecessary time taken, whether it's the batter stepping out of the box, whether it's David Ortiz taking 35 seconds to run around the bases. It's the interaction between the catchers and the pitchers before the manager comes out, because they're saying, hey, go talk to him, because I need my guy in the bullpen to get
Right.
ready. So everybody's wasting time, and I think that's what you're talking about, Tom, is the pace of play. I want the pitcher to have the ball. I want the batter to be in the box, and let's get ready and let's play some baseball.
Yeah, I look at it too. If you could just sustain that action, at least you know when the batter gets in the box, you know as a viewer or as a 13-year-old viewer, he's going to at least say, or he or she is going to at least say, okay, now I got to pay attention, while the batter gets in there. And that's the way they used to play baseball. 50s and 60s, they played baseball that way.
Yeah, just the innings take too long. People know a game starts at 7 o'clock. They could tune in at 9:15 and be in the 7th inning and just pick it up from there because they know the game's so long. So just pick it up. Don't let them out of the box. Stop the managers going out every 2 seconds. Catcher coming back at the mound. You could just do hand signals if you want.